What's going on, y'all? As y'all can see, back with episode 10 of the Starfield series, man. Hype and happy to, what I'm saying, get the series back going for y'all. I need to get this tag, this thing checked. But as you, last time we left off, man, we got the UC villages, man. You know what I'm saying? The boys came and got us, them people. So now we got to go get the job done for them so we can have our freedom. So let's get right into it, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. Hopefully y'all blessed, living life lavish and abundantly, man. I wish nothing but the best for y'all. Peace. Let's go. Gas, okay. Let's go then.
The commander can handle any of your questions. So, you took the op instead of serving the time. Gonna be the commander's new role, huh?
I guess.
Infiltrating a bunch of pirates. You've got a lot of guts. Still, it makes you wonder, especially with the stories that go around. Like the one about how the fleet deals with informants by lashing them to the hull of a ship, and then slowly letting the air out of their suit.
Oh, you think we finna be
Could you
scared?
imagine a worse way to go? I know I couldn't. But I wouldn't worry about it. Since the commander handpicked you, I'm guessing you can hold your breath for a really long time, right?
Oh, he a hater.
Conde's on level 2. Try not to touch anything until he actually clears you.
Alright, this is as far as I go. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander Conde should be waiting for you.
Alright, let's go.
Yes, what? Excuse me.
Hey.
Ah, there you are. Excellent. Now that we've established your level of cooperation with us, I want to introduce you to your new home. This is the Operations Center of the UC Vigilance. SysDef's nerve center, dedicated to the destruction of
Oh man, it's just
Crimson
behind him
Fleet.
is stuck. This is crazy work.
Whether this ship is impressive or not, you're the key element that we've been lacking. We need eyes and ears inside the Crimson Fleet. Someone who can feed us information, evidence, and expose their weaknesses. The catch is that you can't just knock on their front door and ask for an application. Getting inside is going to take some finesse. I do. Our intelligence has managed to find a possible opening into the Crimson Fleet through Saoirse Bowden, one of their contacts. She works for the Trade Authority in Sidonia, so you'll be using a container of Aurora we've loaded on your ship to get her attention. That's classified.
Right.
Suffice to say that the smuggler who was previously holding it will be spending the rest of their life in prison.
Of course.
Well, it's the best we've got.
Oh.
Once you bluff your way into the Crimson Fleet, then the operation proceeds to evidence gathering. That's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft, comes into the picture. She'll explain everything you need to know.
I don't know if I'm feeling this.
Well then, I suppose you'll just have to take your chances. In the meantime, I expect you to follow my orders, to the letter. Remember,
EAD.
this entire operation rests on your ability to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet and bring us the evidence we need to take them down. Fine. Whatever gets the job done. Look, before you begin, I want to make something perfectly clear. As an undercover operative for UC SysDef, you'll be expected to follow our code of conduct and ethics. Allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you stand a good chance of spiraling out of control. To put it simply, you can't go into every situation with guns blazing.
Alright, we about to leave
Think
this.
before you act.
Obviously.
Calculate what you're doing and pull the trigger only when it's absolutely necessary. At the end of the day, your primary goal is taking down the Crimson Fleet. That's the greater good. The Crimson Fleet doesn't follow the rules. They only abide by
As long as you paying us our chili.
money. All of their morals and social. At first glance, this can appear quite enticing. So I'm warning you not to get lured into their trap. Think you can handle that?
Come on, man.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Of course it is.
Anyway,
Because you got
it's
someone
time
else
to
doing
hand
your
you
dirty
over
work.
to Lieutenant Toft. She'll brief you about the details of the evidence-gathering portion of the operation. Now, get out of here, and good luck. For your own safety, nobody but myself and the crew of the Vigilance will be aware that you're working for the United Colonies. Basically, if you land in jail, you're going to have to deal with the fines.
Oh!
That's easy to answer. You don't. We'll be monitoring your activities from the Vigilance and attempting to keep it within your vicinity.
Of course.
When you feel you've gathered enough evidence, and at the completion of your assignments, head back here for a debrief. Beyond that, you're completely on your own. All we know is that she's been with the Trade Authority for years, which means she's been privy to some seriously shady deals. She's shrewd and she's diligent. The only reason we were able to connect her with the Crimson Fleet at all was thanks to an informant.
Alright.
I'm afraid she's the best lead we've got.
You ever hear the word informant, man? It's a rat. It's a rat. That's the worst thing you can hear if you're out there allegedly doing things that are, you know what I'm saying, not in line with the law. It's a rat, B.
While you're running with the Crimson Fleet, you're undoubtedly going to be faced with some morally gray decisions. It's going to be difficult for you to weigh the consequences of pulling the trigger while maintaining your cover. Do what you have to do, but remember why you're out there in the first place. I'm not advocating violence. I'm merely urging you to weigh the consequences before you open fire.
Is that so?
Look, I can see that you're struggling with this. So let me simplify
Nobody's
this.
struggling with this.
If there's a route to your goal which doesn't involve killing innocent people, I'm urging you to follow that path. Use your instincts. I'm certain you'll do the right thing. You have your orders.
All right, we don't have a lot of time, so
Hurry
I
up,
need you to
man.
listen up. While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible. If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it to me. Is that understood? You better make it, because Commander Akande cashed in all his chips to get this operation off the
I
ground.
don't give a damn what he did.
I want data slates, computer downloads, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards thrown into the brig. You're damn right I do. That minor skirmish you had with them on Vectera was nothing compared to the death and destruction those pirates leave behind.
What that got to do with us?
If you've seen what I've seen, you'd understand why I'm pushing you so hard. I was hoping that you'd be inspired into thinking this is more than a punishment.
It's not.
It appears that I was wrong.
You're literally just making me
I
do your
suppose
dirty
we'll
work.
simply have to motivate you in a different way. Commander Akande has authorized a credit disbursement for each piece of evidence that you return, as compensation for your efforts. Yes. Commander Akande mentioned that when he proposed the idea.
Indeed.
Lucky you.
Smart man.
All right. We've loaded a container of Aurora into your ship's cargo hold. We're also providing you with a sample you can use to tease the goods. We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Sidonia. Make contact with Saoirse Bowden. And with any luck, she'll point you to the Crimson Fleet. That should do it. You're dismissed. Not really, no. I've learned to keep my personal experiences
They all got some
separate
type
from
of
the job.
vendetta with them. Something that happened. Straight up.
That's a fine point, but in my defense, I was under orders to make sure we weren't pulling some kind of psycho into the mix. And honestly, there are far bigger things at stake than my personal feelings towards the Crimson Fleet. Let's just stick to the job at hand and concentrate on the mission. But, maybe we can talk about it some other time, okay? Don't worry, the container's been registered with UC Security, so you shouldn't have any trouble. Even if you're scanned.
But,
Of course, if we find out you tried to sell it to someone outside the boundaries of this particular operation, well, I don't think I need to tell you the consequences of making that mistake. We'll be keeping them close at hand until this operation is complete. So, we'll be holding them in the Vigilance's brig. If you're feeling particularly ruthless, you could always head down there and say hello. I'm sure they'll be thrilled to see you.
I don't know.
Let me know if you need anything else.
This man Bear always getting us into something, man.
I miss this ship.
Hey, you need something?
Let's go.
Docking seal released.
Let's go. We're doing already. Make sure we good as we head down here. Excuse me.
Mars isn't forever.
If you're here to buy or sell, you might want to talk to Octai. I'm busy.
We ain't busy. We need the business.
Wouldn't be the first time I've heard that line. Oh, don't give me that look. I'm just having a laugh. What have you got for me? Aurora, huh? Nice. A little too hot to handle, though. What else you got? No, they're right. What they didn't tell you is that I have a self-preservation streak 1 kilometer wide. Of course, if there's a finder's fee you're offering, I might, well, bend the rules a little bit.
What if
You
I
know,
just blow
it's
your
funny.
brains out and ask someone
Suddenly,
else? You got
I
some
do
choices in this
remember
game you
someone
can
who
really
might
make.
be able to unload that stuff for you.
Glad we could put things into perspective.
There's a buddy of mine who runs with the Crimson Fleet. Goes by the name Adler Kemp. If he isn't passed out, you can find him killing the rest of his brain cells at the Broken Spear. Oh, and it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
Sidonia may be rough around the edges, but it is utterly monumental for humanity.
Is that so?
Something suspicious. Please don't hesitate to report it to any security officer.
Let's go.
I could use a break.
This life ain't easy, but it pays the bills.
Unless you're here to serve me another drink, you can turn around and walk away.
I'll sock you.
Hey, why don't you say that a little louder? I don't think every single UC guard in Sidonia heard you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think we can help you with this. If you've got a whole shipment of this stuff, you're going to need to move it fast. But you're going to have to do something for us first.
Of course.
You're a clever one, aren't you? Let's just say I have a certain influential affiliation. And leave it at that. Basically, you want that Aurora moved, I'm your guy. Right down to business! And
Let's
no
get straight
small
to it.
talk. I like it.
That wasn't part of our deal. But I bet you're about to say it's a non-negotiable addendum.
As a matter of fact, yes. Yes, I am. Non-negotiable addendum. I like that.
Of course.
Now listen up, because I'm not going to repeat myself. I need you to deal with a miner who's racked up a bunch of debt. He probably spent it all on booze, not that I blame him. Either way, I want that money back. Feel free to throw as many credits in my face as you want, but that isn't the point. We need to make an example out of this guy.
So why don't you make the example?
His name's Carl Fielding. I think you'll find him wandering around the Deimos miners' quarters. Don't worry, you can't miss him. Just look for the most miserable-looking guy in the entire place.
Now isn't the best time. I need to talk with you later. I just wanted to say thanks for the daring rescue back there.
For sure.
I had plans for Matsura, of course, but I appreciate the backup. It's good to be part of a team, isn't it? Be part of something so much bigger than any one of us.
Factual.
So many things can go wrong out there. Working with people you can trust is important. That's why I've been in Constellation so long. It's good to have people who will help out when you're in a jam. That's smart. Trusting things
Sorry,
that are
y'all.
capable
Controller
of
died.
trusting you. We're on the same wavelength here. Humans are so fragile in space. If you can't trust your crew and they can't trust you, well, nobody's coming home. That's why I'm still with Constellation all these years later. I trust them as individuals, and I trust them as a team. Speaking of which, I'm glad you joined Constellation. Just figured I'd mention it, since we haven't had much time to chat before.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, it's crazy.
You know,
you can flirt with him too.
Being a member of Constellation has
We ain't
given
doing that.
me
That ain't
a
us, though.
lot of opportunities, and a fair bit of stress, I'll admit. It's hard to imagine just who I'd be had I never joined up. I
We're all
would have
curious
never
too,
done
Bear.
so many things, met so many people. It's mind-boggling how different I would be. And I never would have met Irvin. Or lost him, I suppose. Statistically, that's certainly accurate. But it's not that much of a comfort.
You gotta let that go, Bear.
Irvin's been gone for over 20 years. Strange how memories can pop up when you least expect it. Oh, I've been giving myself nothing but space and time for years. But maybe it's time for me to really think about it. Well, maybe I'll take you up on that offer later on, Captain. I need some time to think about things.
So what info
On that
did you really
note,
give us?
I think I'd do well to distract myself with a little adventure for a bit. Hey, when you're not busy, let's chat.
Mars is ripe with resources, which means...
Hope I really don't gotta kill this dude, but... So...
There's nothing like seeing old soul coming through the big window in the morning.
See what's going on. Move out the way.
Be just like the last time.
No, not at all. We'll stay away from
See what's up, with buddy.
Something I can help you with? Adler Kemp. Who the heck is that? What?
Hold on,
Play
baby.
What games? You're obviously confusing me with someone else. Look, I'm tired. It's been a long day in the mines. I just want to go home, wash off the dust, and relax.
Hold on, baby.
This has been fun, though. Whatever. Hey now. Take it easy there. Let me think about that person you mentioned. Adler, was
So
it?
suggest you think wisely.
Oh, wait. You mean that Adler? Yeah, sorry. I thought you were talking about someone else. I told him I'd pay up next week when Deimos cuts our next profit share check. I'll even bring it to him personally. Sound good? Yeah? Come on! Give me a break! What the... Look, I haven't got a single credit to spare right now. Okay? You can't squeeze blood from a stone. You know? Right?
Technically, there are several natural geologic phenomena that can stimulate the blood effect.
Right.
Holy crap. Really? You do that for me?
Yeah, bro.
Wow. I don't even know what to say. Thank you. For everything. And don't worry. I'll never borrow anything from Adler again. I promise.
What's on your mind?
A reduced noise ordinance is in place.
If you are looking for spare parts, look elsewhere. I'm relying for structural stability.
It's taken me a few years, but I'm finally feeling like I'm settling in here.
Do what you do then.
I will do. Several areas currently zoned as residential are seeking to allow.
Made me go threaten that poor man. Wait, don't tell me that's him walking back up here about to go. You know what I'm saying?
Have something for me?
Yeah, I got you.
There, would you look at that? I knew that bum was holding out on me. He going to be a problem anymore? Or did he get the message?
He got the message.
Nice. Nice. You're kind of a natural at this. Leaning on deadbeats comes easy to you. I like that. You know, if you like this kind of work, I can get you more. A lot more. You think you can handle running with my, associates?
Right, you think they can handle me?
That's what I'm talking about. I like your style. All right. I'll call ahead and get a hold of Nevamora. She's second to the big boss himself. Head out to Europa. You'll find her there. I suggest you listen to whatever she has to say. Oh, and I've taken care of that Aurora shipment for you too. Don't spend all that cash in one place.
Do you need something?
Thank y'all for tuning in, man, to episode 10. I think this is a good point to leave off, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. I'm loving playing this series for y'all, man. There's so much stuff going on in this game. So many different missions, side missions. It's just like, you just get roped into so much, man. So, thank y'all for tuning in, man. See y'all, episode 11. Got 2K content. Got all types of content coming out for y'all, man. So, make sure y'all stay tuned. Peace.
Ayy, I got the recipe, never gonna let any op get the best of me. Thought it was distance, but haters is next to me. Talk to the spirit, you know I've been heavenly. Definitely show your trajectory. This ain't a diss cause I say it respectfully. It's time to eat up, red like a speeder. Taking it deeper and that's how it better be. I never let the comparison get to me. I just remember the promises meant for me. I know the enemy and that he's sent for me. I keep the blood of